Hello friends, a very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Muhammad Abid Siddiqui, Associate Professor, Department of Education, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Today I will be interacting with you in this international webinar on a very important and relevant topic, that is e-learning issues, in particular reference to present lockdown situation due to coronavirus outbreak. My talk is basically an orientation talk whose emphasis is to make uh, whose emphasis is to motivate and guide the serving university and college teachers as well as research scholars to understand various issues and problems and play their positive role in guiding and teaching the students by using all available means in online education. Present lecture has covered five major areas which are the highlights of the lecture, and these areas are psychological problems of the students. Definitely students are bound to face many psychological problems because of the lockdown situation. After that, we will try to understand certain positive aspects of the e-learning, why it should be implemented in present circumstances. And definitely when we are going to implement e-learning, we are bound to face certain problems and certain issues also, and these problems and issues are related to many aspects, but here in this lecture we will concentrate issues and problems related to the students and issues and problems which are experienced by the teachers. Later on we will try to understand certain strategies or certain suggestions which may be of crucial importance if you are going to implement the online education and realizing the fruits of achieving the goal of education. And finally, in the end, I will try to concentrate on certain added responsibilities of the teacher, uh, which are quite important and challenging in present day situations, which is arising out because of the coronavirus outbreak. If we talk about the COVID, which is a short form of the coronavirus disease, it was detected for the first time in Wuhan, the industrial city of China, in December 2019. And slowly, the deadly communicable virus is spread over to other countries, and presently it has its presence in about 119 countries of the world. Since the coronavirus outbreak, the pandemic has killed about 3.5 lakh people all over the world, and the number is further increasing day by day. In view of its serious impact on human life and widespread expansion, the World Health Organization, which is popularly known as WHO, on March 11, 2020, declared the coronavirus outbreak a global pandemic. The China model of complete lockdown for containing the spread of virus was adopted and enforced by all countries of the world. In India too, we are experiencing the complete lockdown since last about 2 months, which has severely affected almost all the sectors, be it transport, agriculture, industry, health, economy, and education. In the field of education, it has affected about 1.3 billion children and students all over the world. It has also disrupted the higher education sector as well, which is a crucial determinant of country's economic future. The pandemic has totally changed the world order and confined the people and the students into their houses to live a life of isolation, fear, and uncertainty. Sudden closure of colleges and universities for indefinite period posed serious challenges for the students, teachers, and educational administration to save academic session and think and plan strategies to be implemented in the next academic session, that is 2020 and 2021. Before we discuss e-learning and its related issues, in particular reference to present lockdown conditions, it is extremely essential to analyze various psychological problems faced by the students due to prolonged stay in isolated environment. Researches conducted in America and other European countries by social science researchers have revealed that students' mental health is quite disturbed and they are experiencing a number of problems. Here I would like to explain some of the problems which are quite disturbing and very much related to the mental health of the students. And these problems are feeling of loneliness and helplessness because they are staying at home. So they are feeling loneliness and helplessness. Fear of being socially excluded, boredom and stress in absence of outdoor play. School children and sports loving university students are worst affected in this regard. Outdoor play activities are very important in maintaining good physical health and learning social skills apart from various indirect academic benefits to the students. Moreover, various students opt to sports as their career, which is a cause of the worry for them. So, in absence of the outdoor play, school children and university students are also suffering and they are inviting many type of the problems. Another problem is anxiety and depression, which is quite often among people as well as students. Anxiety and depression related symptoms. These are quite obvious in the behavior of the student, which is leading to mental health problem. And these mental health problems, because of these mental health problems, students are reflecting in their behavior excessive worry, lack of concentration, trouble sleeping, and exhaustion. Another problem is students are showing lack of interest and enthusiasm in learning due to uncertain future. As we know, uncertain situation leads to lack of interest and enthusiasm. In present condition, neither the teachers nor the university administration is exactly clear about future course of actions. Government policies are also changing quite frequently as per the need of the developing situation. So in such circumstances, it is quite obvious on the part of the student to show lack of interest and enthusiasm in learning process. Students are also experiencing undue pressure of completing and submitting online course related assignments. In order to complete courses as per the directives of the UGC through online mode of education, teachers are assigning the assignments to the students for evaluation purposes. Students, in addition to attend online interaction, are also busy in preparing assignments, which is leading to undue pressure and anxiety on their part. So this submission of assignments is not painful for the student, but it is a cause of the concerns for their parents also. So both parents as well as the students are experiencing pressure for completing the assignments and submitting by using the online mode of education. Another difficulty is related to the fear of examination using online mode. This is for the first time students will be exposed to online examination. Therefore, they have many unsolved questions in their mind regarding the pattern and methodology of the examination to be implemented. As we know, our students always show queries and problems related to the examination, because ultimately our education system is basically examination oriented, and students demonstrate various kinds of anxiety related to the examination, and present day situation because of the online examination is a cause of worry for them also. Lack of support is another problem. uh, Lack of support from peer group and assistance from teachers. When students visit to colleges and universities for attending classes, they also meet with friends and teachers and discuss on a number of variety of topics. These topics may be related to the education and they may be related to the day-to-day activities. This interaction is quite beneficial not only for academic purpose but for overall development of their personality. This support from the peer group and assistance is missing in present day lockdown situations for the students. They are also unable to get counseling assistance due to closure of the colleges and the universities. Here I would like to mention it is in particular reference to the Western countries or the developing countries where guidance and counseling is an integral part of their education system, and students are habitual of receiving the guidance and counseling to solve their personal and academic problems. But in Indian context also, teachers and students interact on regular basis, and whatever support is provided by the teachers listen to the questions, teacher listens to the problem of students and they provide the guidance. So guidance and counseling support is also missing if we think about the lockdown situation. Another problem is insecurity regarding admission to next courses. What will be the pattern of entrance examinations? When these exams will be conducted? Which course will be useful after corona period are some of the questions which are quite puzzling for the students. So this is also creating insecurity in the minds of the students, okay, what courses they have to opt in near future. They are also demonstrating insecurity related to employment opportunities. It is more significant in case of those students who are in their final years of their courses and planning to enter in job market. They are worried about the unemployment situation emerging out in view of the corona impact. So this worry is also a big worry for them. Presently they are in trauma. They don't know how to get off this problem. Another difficulty faced by the student is financial problems of the family in absence of family earnings. Everything is closed, which has stopped the family earnings, leading to many financial related hardship for both parents and the student. Here I would like to mention that a majority of the Indians are the poor, and in India this problem is adversely affecting the mental health of the individual. Every individual, be it the parents or be it the family member, whether in school students or they are not the students. Fear of losing the job of father or any other member of the family is also another problem encountered in this lockdown situation. Large number of people are at the verge of losing job and thus living in a state of constant worry and mental trauma. So I have explained before you the whole list of the problems which although are directly related to the students, but to certain extents they are also related to the parents, they are also related to every member of the society. These are some of the problems of the student which have adverse impact on mental health and overall personality pattern of university student in present day situation. Here, teachers occupy significant place in teaching learning process. Therefore, it becomes paramount on the part of the teacher to realize students' psychological, social, economic and family related problems and plan strategies accordingly. Students also want to carry on their education to avoid academic loss. They want to carry on their education. In such circumstances, the only available mode of learning left with the teacher is e-learning, which is also termed as online learning or online education. The E in e-learning stands for electronic, hence the original term is electronic learning. It is also a fact that by and large Indian students are habitual of traditional live classroom interaction and are either unfamiliar or uncomfortable to online classroom interaction. However, with the rapid progress in technology and advancement in learning system, it is now embraced by the masses. The increased acceptance to online mode of learning is the result of many changes which have taken place since last few years because of the scientific and technological advancement and their utilization by the masses. Now we will concentrate on advantages of the e-learning or merits of the e-learning. If we analyze, then few important merits are there. Large scale use of smartphones, tablets, laptops and personal computers has made online learning a possibility. If we analyze that books are gradually getting replaced to electronic mode, this is another advantage. Students have easy access to large number of e-books and many of them are using it also. We can say that students are using online education at least partially, if not full-fledgedly. So these e-books which are available in the form of the e-library, they are very helpful for acquiring knowledge of different fields of education. Another advantage is knowledge can be acquired and shared 24/7 anywhere, anytime. This is the most significant advantage of e-learning, and one can acquire it at its chosen time and place. There are no formal timetable as we see in formal education system. This is in this online education system, you can study when you have the free time, when you feel motivated for the learning. Another significant advantage is students are widely using internet for acquiring knowledge. Nothing is new for students in regard to the use of internet, as they are already familiar with the use of the internet. It also justifies the utility of the e-learning. If they can utilize the internet for acquiring different types of the knowledge, they can also acquire and use it in online education also. The various sectors including agriculture, medicine, services, business, education and government setups are gradually adapting to the concept of e-learning. Based on the merits of e-learning, we can analyze that its advantages are enormous, and if we plan intelligently by analyzing all the shortcomings, then we will be able to utilize the use of online learning for achieving the objectives of education at university level and college level of education, or even at school level of education. Now after that, definitely there are certain issues involved in e-learning or implementation of the e-learning. It is now a fact that nobody can ignore the importance of the online education. Online learning, although have many advantages and being successfully used in many areas, including education, but the system still suffers from many difficulties and problems. Some of these are resistance to change or adaptability struggle on the part of the learner. Online education is helpful for those who actively participate in learning process. Passive learners face difficulty in online education. It is because of this reason students resist to change and struggle to adjust in online mode of education, as because of they are habitual to offline education. Uh, the next is uh, technical issues, that is unavailability of required equipments. In absence of computer technology, it is difficult to think about the implementation of e-learning. We know that sufferers are the poor student, as they don't have the purchasing capacity, neither they have the skill to utilize it. As it has been mentioned in the point number third, lack of ICT knowledge and its application. There are people who possess the facility but unable to make use of it because of the lack of handling skills. Either they don't have the skill or they lack skills in handling the apparatuses. Next problem is unavailability of internet services in rural and remote areas. According to Mobile and Internet Association of India, about 72% urban people have access to internet, and this percentage is about 57% in rural areas. And as far as number of or percentage of the women using the internet facilities or having the access to internet facility is concerned, their percentage is 33%. Thus, it is evident that still large number of people do not enjoy internet access, which is basic need of online education. These are the important issues in our country, and they are hurting the students and the teachers in present lockdown conditions also, and creating trouble in implementing the concept of online education in our universities and colleges. What to talk about the school level of education? Then lack of finance in maintaining the technology. Purchasing in the first step, and another important part is its maintenance, which is needed on continuous basis and require adequate finance for that also, thus making it difficult for the slow learners to maintain technology. Even some students are able to purchase it, and they are making difficulty to maintain it. And many people, because of the lockdown situations, are also facing difficulty in managing or maintaining their instruments, that is the computers, because no repairing help is available in the market. Then restriction on internet services by the governments at many places also leads to many difficulties in implementing the online education. Here we can cite the examples of the Jammu Kashmir and other parts of the country. Then lack of motivation and readiness to learn. Lack of motivation and readiness to learn. E-learning, if not planned intelligently and effectively, leads to low motivation on the part of the students. If there is little motivation, the learner fails to show desire for learning, and it is quite obvious in online education. Another difficulty is that online teaching generates isolated feeling among students, and they miss social life of educational institutions. Student social life is very important for maintaining better adjustment, and this is missing part in e-learning mode of education. We also know that isolated feeling is dangerous for academic and physical health of the students. Uh, this isolated feeling is quite obvious while we are using online mode of education. Then another difficulty is related to the lack of self-study skill and time management. Until the person demonstrates self-study skill and the online learning is not possible. Here, spoon feeding, as in case of the offline education, is not possible. Active involvement by managing time is the requirement to get the benefit from online education on the part of the students. Self-study skill, that is why the self-study skill occupies a very prominent place in the online education. Lack of support, we can see services, lack of support services available at home. Uneducated parents hardly provide any material and non-material support to the student. This further adds to their worries. Then we talk about the evaluation and feedback issues. Lack of services available, support services available at home, poor counseling for individual differences. Individual attention for educational and personal counseling is restricted in learning, leading to increased problems. Individual attention can be paid when teachers are interacting in a face-to-face manner. It is not possible, particularly in e-learning process. Slow learners are the worst affected in this mode. A classroom constitutes intelligent students, average students, and slow learners. Average students and intelligent students can progress well as far as online mode is concerned, but the worst affected lot is the slow learners. Because they are unable to handle technology well, they need repetition of information for understanding it. They need constant support and involvement, which is almost missing in online education. Another difficulty is lack of proper reinforcement for students. Immediate reinforcement is essential for sustaining interest of the student, and this is missing in online education. Next problem is evaluation and feedback issues. What to evaluate, how to evaluate, and where to evaluate are puzzling questions whose answers are not still clear in the minds of the teachers also, in the minds of the students also. Another difficulty faced by the students is that students from low socio-economic background are the worst affected. In absence of technology, internet, and other hardship faced by them during these lockdown situations. An overall analysis of all the problems of the students, we can summarize that students, those having the facility of the internet as well as smartphones, laptops, and computer technology are in advantageous position, and students who lack to handle the technology, lack skill in handling the technology, they don't possess the technology, they don't have access to internet, and they are in a disadvantageous position. And slow learners and the learners who are passively involved in learning process, they are also in disadvantageous positions in the in receiving education through online mode of education. So these are the difficulties which are associated with the student. Before planning any strategies for the student, the teachers need to understand these problems well in advance and then take measures to implement the design strategies to help solve the students' educational problems in present circumstances. Now I will throw certain lights on issues related to the teachers or associated to the teachers. It is also a fact that great majority of teachers are still uncomfortable with the e-learning mode to take classes. Newly appointed, on the other hand, or we can say, however, newly appointed teachers are better able to use technology in teaching, learning, and management of students in colleges and universities. The problem faced by the teachers may be summarized as: number one, inadequate infrastructure needed to use technology at institution and home. In this regard, students, rather, we are talking about the teachers, inadequate infrastructure needed to use technology at institution and home. Many teachers don't have the technology available at their institution and at their home also. In this particular reference, uh, the teachers who are serving in university, they are in an advantageous position. They are able to utilize the high internet speed, and they are also provided personal computers for their academic purposes. But in this regard, the teachers who are serving in the colleges are in a disadvantageous position, as they don't avail such kinds of facilities in their colleges. Another problem related to the teacher is lack of planning skill to design, develop, and deliver systematic instruction. Basically, strategies of online are quite different from the normal classroom interaction. Large number of teachers lack planning skill, thus fails to exercise influence by using e-learning mode of interaction. Planning is highly essential as far as the online teaching is concerned. Another problem associated with the teacher is lack of adequate knowledge and skill in handling ICT. Large number of teachers are still not comfortable in handling computer technology, and many even don't show the desire to learn also, which is a cause of the concern. Application of the technology is the basic requirement, and the teachers must develop the habit of learning how to use ICT in helping the students in online mode of education. Lack of professional competency. Lack of professional competency is basically related to the training of the teachers, because higher education teachers are not trained teachers, thus fail to realize the human aspects of the learning process. Importance of training in teaching profession is very crucial, but this training is essential for school teachers, but we don't feel, particularly in India and other countries also, the utility of the training at higher education level. That is why many problem students face because of the lack of training on the part of the teachers. Lack of dedication and attitude to seriously engage with learners is another difficulty. There is no dearth of teachers who are least sensitive to their academic and guidance related responsibilities towards students' problems. Dedication of the teacher and positive attitude of the teachers towards understanding the problems of the students is highly essential in achieving the objectives of education. Lack of knowledge of the learner. Effective teaching is not possible until teacher knows their students' strengths and weaknesses. It is really difficult to know the students' characteristics in online mode of learning. If we don't know the learner, Then how can we plan the strategy? It is a big question, and it is a big hurdle in online education. Some teachers fail to infuse motivation among learners. It is because of the critical attitude of teachers towards e-learning without realizing the ground realities. Teachers are critical towards online mode of education. They should realize that we need to think about lack of knowledge about evaluation strategies by using computer. Things are quite confusing for the teachers also in regard to the use of ICT in evaluation purpose. They are not still clear how to utilize evaluation strategies in achieving the objectives of evaluation in real sense of the terms. In online learning, it is impossible on the part of the teacher to gauge responses or facial expression from the students. Thus, they are unable to receive immediate feedback through facial expression. An evaluation of all problems and concerns of the students and the teachers reveals that a lot of thinking is needed on the part of the teachers to provide real benefit of e-learning to the students. Now, we will concentrate on certain strategies which may be significant for successful utilization of available resources for e-learning. The philosophy of classroom teaching is changing at a very fast pace with the advancement of information and communication technology. In future, survival of the teacher in educational institution will depend upon their ability to use technology for effective online education. There is a need to change the attitude and realize positive aspects of e-learning in teaching higher education students. Positive change in teachers' attitude will bring changes in the attitude of the students also. There are certain tips which are helpful for the teachers in implementing the e-learning strategies. Number one, colleges and universities need to equip their campuses with adequate ICT and internet facilities. Much more is needed to be done in reference to the college level education, where resources are comparatively meager in respect to the university campuses. Teachers must acquire adequate ICT facilities at their personal level and learn required skills also. Permanent faculty can afford to have their personal resources in terms of computer, internet, and other related technology for the help of the students. They must think about it as they purchase books for their personal library. They must also demonstrate the will to learn the ICT skill with their colleagues who are well versed in using computer technology in online education. Learning should be the habit, whether you are receiving from your junior, whether you are receiving from your senior. Knowledge is for the sake of the knowledge, and it must be applied for advancement of the students' potentials. Teachers should make best use of text, audio and video messages to interact with their students. Interaction is must for successful learning process and must be maintained by the teacher by applying whatever resources are available at their end. Rather, I would say interaction is the key of the learning process. WhatsApp is a very important tool in learning process nowadays. And the people are devoting much time in using the WhatsApp. The teacher must plan how intelligently they can use the WhatsApp in learning process. Teachers can upload their study materials on WhatsApp. They can create the WhatsApp groups of their students. They can frequently send the messages to them. They can also give the answer of their questions, their queries, their concerns. So if the teacher utilizes the WhatsApp, then it can play a very significant and important role in online teaching. And most of the students are much friendly to the WhatsApp. Teachers should also utilize the Zoom, Cisco WebEx, Google Meeting, Google Conferencing, and other modes of hosting meeting for learning and discussion purposes. Their use is quite simple and person can learn with little effort. Although security issues must be analyzed before applying these tools for interactive mode. This is also very important because we have seen various news in media about the problems related about security problem in using the Zoom. Although it is still being used by many teachers, I have also used it in taking classes of my students also. Google Classroom is basically a virtual classroom. It is also very beneficial for teachers for assigning home tasks, keeping their record and evaluation also. And it is also very important media to provide online education. Virtual classroom is basically works 24/7. Teacher can interact or can upload any assignment to the student at any time, and students are also free to upload their assignments. This app basically gives the description how many assignments are submitted, on which particular date they are submitted, how many are left, and it also tells about the marking behavior to the students. Another strategy is related to the interaction through email is equally important to extend assistance in their academic and personal problems related to the counseling. Emails are very significant. If you are guiding to your research scholars, if you are guiding to your student, then emails are very important tool. Interaction is, you can do long interaction, you can upload the file also, you can forward the file also related to the different issues, related to the different problem, related to the different study materials to their students. This must be utilized by the teachers in an intelligent and frequent manner to provide online education. Here I would like to important strategy which is related to the occasional call by the teacher to slow learning students. If you happen to experience, you call to any student, then you will realize their confidence or their moral enhances when you interact with your student through call. And it is more important in case of the slow learners. They realize the teacher is giving importance to me. He has or she has faith in my ability and he wants to see progress in me. It basically generates interest and enthusiasm among slow learners and guide them or guide him to take action in learning process. Teachers' YouTube audio video lectures are considered significant in teaching learning process. Teachers can use it by using smartphones and upload them for the purpose of online education. Another responsibility which is associated to the teacher is that teacher should engage in online mode of in-service teacher training program through massive open online courses which are available You can enroll yourself in these courses and you can complete the course by sitting at home without facing any difficulty or without engaging in offline mode of learning. Teachers are supposed to be the students throughout their life and must constantly engage in learning new knowledge and acquiring skill to fulfill the present day demand of our education system. Participation in here I forget to move the slide. Participation in webinar seminars provide opportunity to learn available online resources and helps in connecting with the resource person for further discussion. We need to understand that purpose of attending the seminar should be to enhance knowledge rather than getting certificate. This enhanced knowledge must be utilized for the personality development of the students, because ultimately the products of our education are the personality development of our students. Many universities teachers are interacting with the students through Facebook also. This mode can also be utilized by the teacher for interaction purpose, but with little caution. We need to understand that Facebook is basically an open platform. YouTube lectures prepared by the professionals are available on internet. Teaching faculties may acquire technology skill through watching these during this lockdown period. Another important aspect which is very much related to the research or writing the articles, Mendeley is a reference management software and its knowledge is beneficial for teachers and researchers in managing references. You can change the references in many styles. There is no need to devote much time, and with little effort you can manage the references quite comfortably. Open Broadcaster software can be utilized for video recording, which is useful and very interesting for online education. Screen recording apps are very useful in preparing lecture by sharing screen and showing PPT. I also learned this technique, and with the help of this technique I am preparing this lecture for you. You might be considering me that I am an expert of the ICT. I am not an expert in ICT. Rather, I am learning and I have learned many tools and many techniques how to implement ICT in dealing the problems of the students and providing online education. You will be surprised to know that it is very interesting and very fascinating if you learn the new things. Where there is a will, there is a way. Teachers have the potential to lead from the front in this lockdown situation. Medical professions are busy in treating the disease, and teachers' role is to help entire student community to get rid of from mental trauma. Students' mental health is significant for future development of the nation. Now I am coming to the concluding part of this lecture. Here there are certain additional responsibilities which are expected from the teachers in present lockdown situation. They are expected to engage students by using online mode. They are also expected to extend online guidance and counseling. Whatever mode they are using, it doesn't matter. The important aspect is that you are helping and assisting the students because students are in trouble and teachers are supposed to be the leader and they are supposed to be the backbone of the society and they are supposed to be the mentor, guide, philosopher and friend of the student. Then they have to lead from the front in supporting and guiding the students. Support their parents for any type of help if they ask for you. Provide them study material through online resources. Study materials must be simple, must be to the point, and must be according to the intellectual abilities of the students. Send them positive text messages so that they are motivated for learning. Encourage them to use time in reading books of their interest. Ask them to read books of their chosen religion because religious books provide strength and inculcate values among the students. Tell them the significance of physical exercises for maintaining good physical health, which is quite essential for academic life also, and give sufficient time for slow learners to complete their assignments. If we apply these tricks, definitely we will be able to understand the problems and help solve their problems. Hope this lecture will definitely give you certain positive aspects, and students as well as teachers will listen to my guidance and apply the technology for the betterment of the students who are studying in colleges and the universities. Thank you very much and God bless you all. You have listened with full patience my lecture. Thank you very much once again for giving me the opportunity to interact in this webinar. Thank you once again. God bless you.